So, you want to play Highlander, huh? Well, let me ask you a few questions to see if you're fit to wield a massive 6-foot sword. Do you like memes? Do you enjoy? Do you hate wearing pants? If you answered yes to the above questions, well, you might just have what it takes to be a Highlander maid. Welcome to Highlander, the Kilt Unleashed. So, how does this large, terrifying Scottish warrior wield this aforementioned 6-foot long sword? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Give me the nog, light, light, light. Salty kids wail, heavy, heavy. Low blow slashes, light, heavy. Celtic curse, forward dash heavy. Can be cancelled by also holding heavy or by using side heavy. Big balls mode, hold heavy. Now, the following attacks are only available in Big Balls mode. Big Boy Might, release heavy. Doll Toss, back and guard break. Groin Kick, guard break. Better light attacks. No, just light attack. And finally, Emote. Highlander's out of stamina punish is throw into the wall, side light top heavy, or if you can parry them and they stumble over, side light top heavy. Stonelander has quite a few tools in his kit, so it might take you some time to mess around with it and see what you can pull off. Almost all of Thicklander's combos involve you getting into offensive stance as soon as possible. This is for several reasons, and the main being, you just do a fuck ton of damage while you're in it. Also, defensive stance just sucks balls and it's slow as shit and it's not as useful. The main combo is hold heavy to get into murder mode, kick, cancel into grab. This is what you will see a lot of Scotsmen doing. While it's basic, it's also functional. Like a mid-sized sedan. Could be worse, could be better. You can get into offensive stance by using Celtic Curse. Just hold the heavy attack button down while you're doing it. This is great for people just staring at you in awe of your massive thigh muscles. Now, remember, you can't get a heavy off of a guard break, unless you do wall splat them. But the Flying Scotsman doesn't really care, because they get into offensive stance off of a light attack. So parry or crush and counter and begin the mix-ups. Be aware that Assassin's side dodge attacks beat the classic kick-grab combo cleanly. You can mix in some Big Balls mode light attacks to stop them in their tracks, because they make excellent mosquito swatters. But if the side dodge attacks are too quick, then you can try side heavy, press the feint button to get out of murder mode, and then try to parry or crush and counter the dodge attack. Honestly, it's really tricky to get used to, but oh so worth it. If even only for the swag points. After pulling this off, make sure that you and your opponent go to a bar so you can DUNMAGLASS with them. There, I said it. I said the meme. Are you happy, Ubisoft? Best joke of all time. Why am I like this? I personally enjoy playing the large screaming man as an anchor, holding down points. Although you can also run to B every once in a while and clear it because of your, big fucking sword. The feats I usually run are Rush, for the speedy shoes. Winner's Advantage, for dealing a dumb amount of damage. Fury, for both speedy shoes and stupid amounts of damage. Fire Flask, because it's OP and stupid. This allows you to have a run speed that isn't similar to a garbage can, and deal a massive damage once you arrive. What more could you want? When your rabid fan base surrounds you, don't panic. Use Celtic Curse and parries while mixing in some sexy target switching. I'd recommend Celtic Cursing onto somebody, getting into big boy mode, using your switch to go to another person, kick, let the heavy fly, get out of heavy mode, wait for a parry, and repeat. You can do this a lot, and you also have a lot of hyper armor to use to your advantage, so you can actually survive for quite a while. So when you're surrounded, just remember to scream at them until they back off. This kid's got the right idea.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side!
The Tusk of Truth. Okay, I honestly didn't think I would enjoy playing Highlander a whole lot, but I guess the Scottish half of me came out And the more I played him, the more I saw the potential there and began having a really good time. He just has an insane amount of options to mess around with. Although I will say defensive stance feels really slow and limiting. I get that there has to be a weakness, but when you can't get into a flow of your offensive stance, it's just super punishing. His attacks are just so slow, and the hyper armor kicks in really late in the animations, and you're supposed to trade with the heavies, but when you don't get the hyper armor into the last half of the animation, it makes it really difficult to trade with. I mean, overall, he's a fun, albeit really unorthodox hero that will let you either smash somebody into the ground before they can react, or just be stuck as a slow freedom bringer in a kilt. And this has been the Tusk of Truth, an honest look at the character and/or game. Like I said earlier, you're going to want to get into offensive stance ASAP, because
this is where the fun begins.
In this form, you can soft feint any option into almost anything else. Although I don't believe you can feint the lights, but that might just me. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Kick grab works most of the time, but some people are so hyped up on crack at this point that they can dodge both options on reaction. For that, try light, heavy cancel, grab. After you have grabbed somebody and throw them to the ground and make them call you daddy, you have some options to consider. You can either kick grab again, or you can light, heavy into grab or kick, depending on your stamina. Just a quick tip on this one. When you're kicking or grabbing someone, you have to release the heavy button all the way after the animation plays, otherwise you will most likely cancel the attack in most cases. So just remember to hold the heavy till your kick or grab connects, then release the heavy, then hold down the button again as the heavy is flying to stay in big boy mode. That is if you want to. Also, if people try to tell you that your dress looks cute and then proceed to attack you as you're trying to get into big boy mode, just give them a swift groin kick to show your manly dominance over them. And because they're focused on hitting you, you can usually get away with a kick because it's fairly fast. Also, it's a kilt, not a dress. Get your historical armor correct, please. That would be great. If you just want to be a massive troll, you can emote, followed up by a light attack or grab depending on how they react. It's super trolly, but it's so much fun, and it works every once in a blue moon. If you do run into trouble, or you find yourself in a tough spot, just remember, everything will be okay. Highlander is so much fun to play. He's pretty unorthodox, and in fact I would say he feels like a guest character in For Honor. And, I mean, I will say, he does have a decently high skill ceiling. Probably a little bit under Valkyrie, but still really high up there. And you can tell the great Highlander mains from the newbies very, very easily. However, if you want to ignore all of that fancy stuff and all of the crazy techniques, just to get some cheap wins, with a light attack, kick, grab, cancel, let the heavy fly. Rinse and repeat. Thanks for joining me in this edition of the Walrus Wisdom Guides. Highlander, the Kilt, Unleashed. Victory. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide on Highlander. I meant everything I said in the video. I really enjoyed not only playing this guide, but also making this guide. If you want to stick around on the channel, I will also be making guides every week. Indeed. In both For Honor and, I've been teasing it for a while, League of Legends. That one is almost finished up. I really hope you guys like it. Anyway, if you want to stick around, hit the middle of your screen, or you can check out videos on the left or right. Take care, guys.